What's up, Hedgehog Maniacs and Doki Fanatics? Sonic17 here, back with more Doki Doki Storm, which is a mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. The last time we saw me play, it was the whole poem sharing experience, but from Yuri's point of view, as it's indicated that this mod is from Yuri's point of view. After the poem sharing, things didn't turn out so well. Yuri is a little dejected about the outcome of MC's decision, but I got a feeling there may be more to it than she thinks. But just before I ended that last recording, she was heading home. Time to see what this brings, because it's time to dive in, and let's do it to it. Here we go. The storm torments me all the way home. I walk with my hand in my bag, gripping the handle of my knife hard. It's the only thing keeping me grounded enough to not completely lose control in public. Once in the privacy of my room, I allow the storm to hit me full force. I want to scream, but no sound comes out. I sink to my knees. The whole world falls away. Nothing exists except the horrible thoughts inside my head. One stands out above all others. I hate my breasts. They're so big and ugly and shameful. Everything about my body is awkward and clumsy and hideous, like some kind of human train wreck. I hate myself. I hate myself. Never. Talking about yourself in a negative way is never a good thing. I got a bad feeling about this. I hate myself. Oh. She just stabbed herself. Did say heed all warnings. I didn't think it was gonna go this early. Man. Ah! I just stabbed myself in the chest. There's blood running down the front of my uniform. Panic, 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 panic. Panic, 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 panic. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Should I pull it out? It's supposed to be bad. It's supposed to be bad to do that. Should I call an ambulance? No, no, no. I'll never be able to explain this. They see all my scars. They lock me away somewhere. Well, she's really panicking now. Okay. I have to focus. Keep breathing. I have to stop the bleeding. The knife will have to come out. The bathroom. Oh, man. This is from Yuri's perspective, after all. I feel like fainting at the sight of my reflection. But I have to focus. I can do this. I'm gasping as I pull the knife out of me. Blood starts to come out of the room faster. I drop the knife and grab a hand towel, which I press to my chest as hard as I can. I slowly slump to the floor against the wall. My thoughts continue racing as I sit there. Why did I do it? What was I thinking? Was I thinking? I just plunged it straight into myself. I guess I wanted to punish my breasts for existing? What a stupid thought. What's wrong with my brain? What's wrong with me? Why do these impulses keep coming to me? Why can't I resist them? But I can't think of that right now. I have to think of what I'm going to do. The knife wasn't all the way in. Wasn't in all the way. I don't think it reached my ribs. It was embedded in the tissue of my left breast, and that's mostly made of fat. I don't think I hit anything vital. The amount of blood coming out is scaring me though. I must have hit an artery. Are there many major arteries in my breast? My anatomy knowledge is failing me right now. I can't concentrate. I think the wound is going to need stitches. I have a sewing kit in my room, but I have never done anything like this before. Do I need special thread for that? I don't even know. I think it would need to be sterilized first, at least. For that matter, I should make sure the wound is clean too. I look under the towel, which is now covered in blood. I think the bleeding is slowing, but I can't tell for sure. I'm going to have to address to see it better. Uh-oh. I just hope things don't get out of hand with this. I slowly pull myself to my feet. I think she's... My reaction's the same as yours right now. And hastily remove my uniform. It looks like the knife went through my bra. I think I'm gonna have to take that off too. Oh boy. I feel like crying. I don't want to look at my breasts. My hands are still slippery from the blood as I reach behind myself and fumble with the clasps. When I get it open, I force myself to look away from the mirror. When I wipe away the excess blood, I can see that the wound is smaller than I thought. The bleeding has slowed to a trickle. That's encouraging, I think. But there's only one way I can think of to clean it. I open the medicine cabinet and pull out a bottle of rubbing alcohol. I've used it on small cuts before, but I know this is going to sting a lot worse than usual. I start breathing faster again as I remove the cap. My hands shake as I hold the open bottle over myself. I angle myself so it will go inside the wound. I hesitate. Just do it. Get it over with. I need to do this. Just do it. I pour out the alcohol. Ah! Searing pain penetrates my whole body. I drop to the floor in agony. I bite down on my hand to stop myself from screaming any further. I taste blood. Tears stream down my face. I hope the neighbors didn't hear me. Yeah, that would be bad for you, wouldn't it, Yuri? Oh. Oh, man. Oh, boy. I just hope I don't get in trouble for this. I mean, I shouldn't, but I hope I don't. Anyway. I lie on the floor. I can't bring myself to move. All I can do is think about everything wrong with me and my ugly, ugly body. People always stare at my breasts. My classmates make fun of me for them. Every adult I've ever met has always told me how important it is to cover them up. And it's only gotten more urgent the bigger they get. Frantic even. Even my parents, who are normally so quiet, get surprisingly vocal about it. I feel shame every time I see strangers staring at them. Probably thinking about how hideous they are. My body is all wrong. My brain is all wrong.
I told you, talking negatively about yourself is not good. I feel bad for Yuri right now.
I can't do anything right. Not even the most basic things that all normal people do. I don't know how to hold a conversation or make a friend. I'm never going to have a normal life. The thought makes me cry harder. I think of every classmate at school who ever called me weird. Everyone who ever laughed at me.
Oh man, she's crying.
Everyone who ever made fun of the way I talk. I either talk too slowly or I get called a know-it-all. I'm so stupid. I can't do anything right. I remember earlier today, wondering how Sonny X could like Natsuki more than me. Now I feel stupid for having thought that. Of course, he would like her more than me. He would like anyone more than me. I'm just too broken.
Don't lose hope, Yuri. Tomorrow, the next day for you should be better. Hopefully.
I think at the time I spent reading with Sonny X today, it was the most wonderful, beautiful thing I've ever experienced. And I know it will never happen again. I start sobbing into the floor. And on top of all that, I have this disturbing habit of hurting myself, and I don't know how to stop. I want to stop. I have to stop. I need to stop. And yet, even as I'm lying here, I want to do it again. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me?
Oh man. Man, it's gotten a lot worse.
I'm so cold. I wonder how much time has passed. My parents are probably going to be home soon. The bleeding seems to have stopped. But there was a lot of blood on the floor. I wonder how much blood I would have to lose to die from it. I don't want to die. Not really. I should get up. Have a wave of dizziness as I slowly put myself to my feet. I'm so thirsty. I go to the sink, willing myself not to look at the mirror again. I don't want to know what I look like. I cup my hands under the faucet to fill them with water. When I bring it to my lips, it looks red and tastes bloody, but I don't care right now. My movement seems to have started a trickle of blood coming out of the wound again. I think I better focus on sewing it up. I'm going to need the bottle of alcohol again, but I see that its contents have spilled. There's only a little bit left at the bottom. I take it with me anyway. I take my bra as well. I know I'm going to want it when I'm done. I see my knife on the floor too, red with blood. I can't bring myself to touch it right now. I stagger back into my room, barely conscious of bloody handprints I'm leaving as I go. I look at my clock. My parents will be home soon. They always work late, a consequence of running their own business together. I put on my sewing kit and set it on my bed. I have to sterilize the needle, probably the thread too.
Wait a minute. that the main menu music is playing again. Sorry, I'm still overwhelmed by that experience currently going on right now.
I have an idea. I go to my closet and pull out a box of vanilla-scented tea-like candles. I've used them to mask the smell of blood in the past. I dumped the whole box out of my bed, then started lighting them and placing them around the room. I'm not usually very fond of sweet things, but I like the smell of vanilla. It's a fairly common scent. I think I need that right now. I take a needle from the sewing kit and hold it over one of the candles to sterilize it. As I gaze into the flame, another idea strikes me. Should I cauterize the wound? I know the theory of it. Burning the edges of the wound is supposed to stop the bleeding. It would probably be faster than sewing it. But I would have to look up how to do it. No, I have to stop overthinking things. I have to focus. I'm just going to sew it like I originally planned. I thread the needle and pour the last of the alcohol over the thread. I sit down on my bed. I use tissues to wipe away blood around the wound. I close my eyes. I take some deep breaths. The vanilla helps. I'm going to need a steady hand. I'm going to need steady hands for this.
This is really stressful, isn't it? And I know it's gotta be stressful for you people. I know some of you are Yuri fans. I can understand if you're stressful.
And sewing the needle into my skin isn't as bad as I expected. It just feels a series of pinned pricks. After all I've experienced, I hardly feel it. It's just like sewing a hole in my clothes. Each time I push the point of the needle through the edge of the wound, it feels like progress. Each time I pull the thread tight, the wound closes a little more. When I'm done, I can't help feeling pleased with how it looks. Once I pull a bandage over it, I put my bra back on. I feel a lot better. I think I'm going to be okay after all. Now it's time to clean up. As I stand up, I realize that I've just left a big bloody spot on my bedspread.
Sheesh.
I look down at myself and see that there was blood all over my right side when I was lying in it. It's in my hair too. I desperately need a shower, but that will have to wait. I should start on the hall leading to the bathroom. That's what my parents will most likely see first.
Oh boy. Yeah, that would be a problem now, wouldn't it?
I get a cloth and some cleanser out of the cupboard in the bathroom and get to work. I start with the bloody handprints on the walls. It's actually quite relaxing. It's remarkably calming, seeing the progress. Every time I erase another drop of blood on the floor, I feel a little better. I gradually wipe out every little bit of red between my room and the bathroom. Pretty soon, the hallway is looking as clean as it has ever looked. And the smell of the cleanser covers the smell of blood nicely. Now for the bathroom. The pool in the middle of the floor is going to be tougher. I look at my discarded uniform on the floor, also covered in blood. There's a hole cleaned through the blazer, vest, and undershirt. I can't help being impressed by the sharpness of the knife that it penetrates so many layers of clothing so easily. I get a plastic garbage bag from under the sink and throw my uniform in it. Suddenly, I hear noises coming from downstairs. Panic sets in as I realize that my parents are home. No! Darn it! I'm not ready! Small part of me admonishes myself for cursing, even though I didn't say it out loud. There's still a lot of blood to be cleaned up on the floor, not to mention the blood all over my body. What do I do? close the bathroom door, I take some deep, steady breaths. As long as I don't come in here, I'll be fine. I'm just going to have to move a little faster. Did I close the door to my room? I can't remember. I hope so. I'm not going to go out to check now. I'll just have to hope they don't look in there.
That would be a problem too now, wouldn't it? I don't know how many times I said that, but this is really stressful to be honest.
I start the water running in the bathtub. If I'm taking a bath, it gives me an excuse to be in here for a while. While it's filling up, I use the towel that I've been using earlier to soak up the blood on the floor. I alternate between wiping up blood and wringing the towel out into the sink. The fact that I have to do it more than once makes me feel increasingly alarmed about just how much blood came out of me. So much red everywhere. It's really geared to me. But with a bit of work, I'm able to get the bathroom spotless again. I then throw the towel in the bag with the uniform. I'm thirsty again, which I guess makes sense considering how much fluid I lost. I just drink straight from the faucet this time. I'm beyond caring about the indignity of it.
Sorry.
I think it's time to clean myself up. And now that I think about it, a bath would feel really nice right now. I feel the water with my hand. It's pleasantly hot. I'm suddenly conscious of just how cold I'm feeling right now. As I finish undressing, I notice that even my panties have blood on them.
Sheesh. It's that bad, huh?
Blood everywhere! How did I come to this? I try not to think about just how weird my day has gotten. I throw my underwear into the garbage bag. I'm careful to keep the wound above water. I have a feeling it would be bad to get it wet right now.
You think?
I sit back in the tub and close my eyes. I let the heat from the water saturate me. It feels cleansing, rejuvenating. I start to think that maybe, just maybe, I can make a fresh start at things. Today was quite terrible. There's no doubt about that. But I feel like I've learned something important. For my whole life, I've witnessed people around me forming friendships and relationships, sharing experiences with each other. And I long ago made peace with the idea that those are just things that other people do. At best, I can only experience it vigorously throughout the characters in my books. But what if that's not true? My experience with Sonic X today was incredible. It was beyond description. Something I never thought I could possibly have happen in my life. And, well, it's possible that I ruined my 8 chances of that happening with Sonic X again. But it still serves as proof that these wonderful experiences exist and I can have them. Maybe I should stop thinking about Sonic X. Maybe I should just focus more on myself. Every day when I come to the club, I spend my whole time sitting alone, reading my books. I don't interact with anyone. Well, except for one disastrous time. But I'd rather not think about that. I've been keeping to myself every day for months, ever since Monica formed the club. Maybe it's about time I try reaching out to others. Maybe it's about time that I try expressing myself more. Maybe I don't have to be alone any longer. Monica and Sayori are good people. Maybe they could be good friends. Maybe even Natsuki too. Well, actually, maybe not Natsuki, but maybe Monica and Sayori for sure. My mind fills with possibilities. There are beautiful experiences out there and I can have them. I can have them for real. Not just in my imagination. I smile at the thought. The future looks bright. I open my eyes. The bathwater is stained red. The present, however, still needs some work. I'm so exhausted. I feel like I could fall asleep right now. But I know that would be a bad idea.
You think?
It's time to start moving again. After cleaning myself as best as I can, I force myself to get up. I feel weak. It feels like it's taken all my strength to stay upright. I suddenly realize how hungry I am. And all things considered, it's probably really important for me to eat something to help get my strength back.
Yeah, good idea.
After I wrap a towel around myself, I find it pleasing to watch the water go down the drain. It feels like it's taking all my problems with it. I wipe down the tub for good measure, then click the check on the uniform. Mercifully, the bag has not leaked. All the blood has stayed inside. It just leaves the knife, still exactly where I dropped it earlier. The sound of the source of all my trouble tonight. After a brief moment of consideration, I pick it up, retract the blade, and place it in the garbage bag.
Whoa. I didn't think you were gonna throw it out, Yuri.
I cautiously open the door and peer out into the hallway. It sounds like my parents are in the kitchen downstairs. It's going to look awfully strange if I go outside, carrying a bag this late in the evening. In any case, I need to go to my room first. As I enter my room, just looking at all the blood still to clean up makes me feel exhausted. It's on the floor. It's on my bed. I don't think I have the energy left to deal with any of this right now. I think I'll wait till tomorrow to deal with my uniform. I set the bag on the floor. I'm starving. I wonder if it's safe enough to get a snack from downstairs. I could do with some tea too. As I put on my pajamas, I consider what to do. I don't know how long my parents are going to stay up. I don't know if I can wait for them to go to bed. They typically don't pay much attention to me, but I still don't want to risk them noticing anything unusual. As I finish dressing, I put my hands up to my face and sniff. I still smell blood. I wonder if I'll ever get the smell out. I had occasion to wonder if people at school smell it on me anytime I cut myself.
Maybe.
No one's ever said anything about it, but I can never be sure. Then again, normal people probably don't even know what blood smells like. In any case, I feel like I should do something to max the smell if I'm going downstairs. I have an idea. I look at the closet. I try to keep things organized in there, but I know I'm going to have to do some digging. I finally find what I'm looking for. A bottle of perfume. It was a birthday gift from last year. Or was it the year before that? I don't even remember who gave it to me. Some relative? An aunt or uncle I don't see much of? I've never really seen the point of it. It's just one of those things that girls are expected to use. Well, maybe I'll put it to some use today. After a bit of fumbling, I figured out how to spray myself with it. It's a pleasant, sweet, flowery smell. Actually, something about the smell makes me feel a little energized. I feel like the last of my hesitation about going downstairs has slipped away.
See Yuri again. I mean, it's good to see Yuri without the blood showing. That was really stressful, to be honest.
I check my reflection one more time. I look a little pale, but otherwise fine. I think I could do this. As I enter the kitchen, my parents don't even look at me. My mom is sitting at the kitchen table, reading a book. pass behind the kitchen counter, he looks like he's preparing a snack before bed. He's blocking the way to the kettle. I wait patiently behind him for him to move. I could probably just ask him to move, but I don't trust my voice right now. Besides, it always feels strange, breaking the silence in here. Eventually, he steps aside to join my mom at the table and I start preparing my tea. They still don't say anything to each other. I wonder if they talk to each other while they're at work. Or I'm waiting for water to boil, but I'm drawn to the loaf of bread that my dad was just cutting from. I could really do with some bread and butter. Probably not the most nourishing choice, but I think it's all I would be able to manage right now. I gaze at the bread knife. I hesitate about picking it up. This is the knife that started it all. The first one that I cut myself with.
Are you serious? I wonder if they know about that. Then again, they probably don't. But jeez.
I think I hate it right now. I may never be normal, but that habit has caused me more trouble than anything else. Still, it's a useful tool, and I'm hungry. I pick up the knife and start cutting the bread. As the knife enters the bread, images come into my head of the knife entering other things. I force myself to look away as I'm cutting. I try to control my shaking hands. I look over my parents, still sitting at the table, still calmly oblivious to anything unusual happening. In some ways, it's refreshing that I don't have to try so hard to pretend to be normal here. It doesn't matter how I behave, because they don't notice me anyway. But at the moment, some part of me wants to cry and scream at them, to let them know that their daughter almost died today. Sometimes I wish that I could have some kind of relationship with them. That we could talk. That I could tell them about my day at school. Or about a book I'm reading. That they could teach me things. Like how to make friends. It wouldn't fix everything that's wrong with me. But it might make some things easier. I turn back to the counter. Finish preparing my snack. And get ready to go back to my room. I hesitate. I think back to how I felt in the bathtub, about wanting a new beginning. Maybe I could start here. Maybe I could try, talking to my parents for once. I turn to them. They don't look up. I can't do it. I turn away and hurry back to my room. Well, maybe my new beginning can start tomorrow. I close the door and take a seat at my desk. Once I had a bite to eat, it eases the dizziness and lightheadedness I'm feeling. Perhaps I'll get started on that poem for tomorrow. As I pull up my notebook and pen, the first thought that pops into my mind is to write about my cutting habit. No, that's a bad idea. That's a very, very bad idea. Why would I even think that? I know I want a new start, but I'm not remotely ready to talk about that. Still, I think back to what Monica said to me earlier today. She said she wanted me to be more daring with my writing. That we're all in this together. No one would judge me. I don't know how much I really believe that. I suspect that Monica might think differently if she knew the truth about me.
Yuri, she knows more than you think.
But the more I think about it, the more I think this could be good for me. This is a habit that I really, really want to break away from. And maybe talking about it could help me with that. And with that in mind, I start to write. I choose my words carefully. I don't write anything that would directly give away that I'm talking about cutting myself. I end up choosing to use a raccoon for the metaphor of self-harm. It seems fitting. I finish the poem and write the title, The Raccoon, at the top. I look over it once more to make sure no one can guess what it's really about. And if they ask, I can just speak generally and say it's about unusual habits. Or unusual hobby? In any case, I'm feeling quite satisfied about it. I think it's time for bed. Oh, right. Look at the blood-stained blanket and sheets makes me feel exhausted all over again. How bad would it be if I just don't bother changing them? Right now, it feels like even just sitting here is taking too much energy. And there's still all the blood on the floor too. I really don't want to lie on bloody sheets though. I go to the closet to pick out a fresh sheet set. I just keep telling myself that that's the last thing I need to do. Everything else can wait until tomorrow. I pull the sheets and blanket off the bed and toss them in a heap on the floor. But I'm only halfway through replacing them when I finally pass out.
I think I'm gonna stop here, Hedgehog Maniacs. I can't believe what I just experienced. Even I don't know what to say but after that. I mean, I know about Yuri's cutting habit, but I didn't think it was gonna start out that extreme. Well, it did say this mod was disturbing. If Act 1 was like this so far, I could just imagine how Act 2 is gonna be. SonicX17 is signing out. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you guys later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think down below. And if you want to see more of my content, subscribe to me so you check out the rest of my content, and you also check out the videos you see here on the screen. I told you to stop doing that, Monica!